name, the Chief Executive Officer of Uganda Tourism Board. Uganda Tourism Board is an agency of the government of Uganda, given the responsibility to market and promote Uganda as a preferred tourism destination. Uganda is known as the Pearl of Africa. Why the Pearl of Africa? We know that a pearl is a gemstone, and it has the characteristics of being beautiful, precious, and rare. And Uganda has so many beautiful things: the landscape, the people. We have lots of rare things that Uganda has. Uganda has the source of the longest river in the world, that is River Nile. Uganda has the highest population of the remaining mountain gorillas. We have 54% of the remaining population of the mountain gorillas in the world. We have the shoebill, which is another bird species that is very endangered, and it is found in Uganda. Uganda has the equator passing through it, and we have Rwenzori Mountains right at the equator. You can imagine what this means to have a permanently snow-capped mountain right at the equator. And Rwenzori Mountain has the highest peak, which is 5,109 meters above sea level. And this makes Rwenzori Mountain in Uganda the third highest point on the continent. And there's so many other unique things that Uganda has. The diversity with culture. Uganda is known to be one of the most diverse a country with most diverse culture. We have over 50 different cultures, tribes with the different ways of living, with different ways of dressing, the food, the delicacy for each of the tribe, the way the people dress is according to the tribes. It's also different. So culture is another big asset that we have for tourism in Uganda. The history of the people of Uganda is so interesting. We have a lot to offer, and that's why we say we are the Pearl of Africa. Basically, what you would get in any of the other African countries, you can get a bit of it in Uganda. Talk about the big five that everybody wants to come and experience on the continent of Africa. Uganda has the big five, but we sell ourselves as the destination with the big seven. The big five that everybody wants to see everywhere else in Africa, but Uganda has also the other two, that is the mountain gorillas and the chimpanzees. So we have the big seven, and this is only in Uganda. You can't get that anywhere else on the continent of Africa, and that's why we are the Pearl of Africa. Now, we as the Pearl of Africa are targeting everyone because we have everything that can interest anybody who wants to come from anywhere in the world. Whether you're a business person, we have conference facilities that can take up to 3,800 people sitting in one room at any one time. We have lots of leisure activities, from adventure on River Nile, whitewater rafting, bungee jumping, tubing on the Nile, cycling on River Nile. You know, like there are lots of adventure activities. We have zip lining in the forest, hiking the mountains. It's not only Rwenzori Mountains, we have so many other mountains. Uganda is a great place to experience the big five plus the two, the big seven, in terms of safari experience. Did you actually know as well, Uganda is one of the 3 countries that has tree climbing lions? Yeah, so our lions are not just on the ground, you don't get to view them on the ground. Some of them are tree climbing, so you get to see them up on the tree. This is a unique species of lions. And We have the cultural experience. You can actually visit some of the cultural centers where you can experience the diversity. One of them is Ndere Center, which is right in the capital city of Kampala, where you can taste the different delicacies of the food from across the country. You can experience the dancing, the entertainment from the different cultures. But these centers are also spread across the country, so you can visit different ones of them. We also have festivities, cultural festivities, that happens different times of the year. You can then also plan your trip to visit during the time that the cultural festivals are happening. Then you can actually be able to experience that. And we do have 10 national parks, 10 wildlife reserves. So in terms of wildlife nature experience, there is abundance of it. We have over 1,080 bird species in Uganda. That represents 50% of what the continent of Uganda has, and that is 10% of what the world has in terms of bird species. So for the bird watchers, Uganda is the destination for you. It will be so easy to tick so many of your checklists if you visit Uganda for that. Uganda also, we have organized ourselves in a way that we are able to cater for different segments of the market. We have a group of young women who have been trained as guides. So for independent female travelers, we have some tour operators who specialize in that, and you have female guides, female drivers. If you are cautious about, being safe and you're traveling alone or you're traveling as a group of women, we have the tour operaters and the guides who will be able to take care of you for that. Families, those who are traveling as families, we have taken care of that. If you visit the national parks, you are in the lodges, there is provision for family rooms where you can travel with your young children and still be able to sleep in the same cottages with them. So because of the diversity that we have, we are able to host any interest in this country, and we are able to provide the appropriate logistics that is required. If you're high-end luxury, you want luxury, experience, we have a helicopter, flights. We have small plane flights that can take you to any of the destination within the country. So we have domestic flights that we can be able, some of the tour operators do that. They will be able to organize the itinerary for you to fly from one point to another. So in summary, that is the reason why we are called the Pearl of Africa, because we have everything that the continent has to offer in this country. Important as well to note is that Uganda offers value for money. So you might be interested in the wildlife, but you're not going to experience only wildlife. You will be able to encounter the culture, you will be able to encounter, so you will be able to experience a lot more than you are paying for. And really, who wouldn't want that? Getting value for your money, other than getting to fly to over 50 different countries around the continent. If you have limited time, limited resources, money to spend, then Uganda should be your choice, because we offer everything that the continent has to offer. Now, as Uganda Tourism Board, there are different ways that we are trying to position Uganda as the destination, as the preferred destination for anybody coming to Africa. And the way we do this is we work with the media. We work with the media, international medias, because they are the best tools that we can use to promote Uganda. And we also participate in international tourism expos. We attend the World Travel Market, ITB in Berlin, you know, and several others. But we also do organize our own expo, an international expo that is hosted in Uganda, and that is the Pearl of Africa Tourism Expo. It's an annual event. Right now we are at the Pearl of Africa Tourism Expo, where we have 240 exhibitors, we have 70 hosted buyers and hosted medias from around the globe. We have trade visitors. We have the first 2 days of the expo is for trade visitors, hosted buyers meeting the suppliers, the exhibitors here. But the last day is the business to consumer, and we are expecting about 5,000 consumers to come through to this expo. So it's one of the strategies we use. Beyond that as well, we host influencers, people of influence who are followed, who can influence these people who have the money. We are able to make an arrangement that we can actually pay for your visit to Uganda and take you to experience what Uganda has to offer. The other strategy we use is filming. Yeah, so film production is another good strategy for us, that we are able to host film producers in Uganda. Then that way we can be able to reach as many people who are able to do film production. But I also have to mention again here that Uganda is a very good film location, because we have the mountain backdrops, we have the lakes, the rivers, we have the forest, we have the savanna grassland. So whatever backdrop that you want for your filming, you will have it here. The different cultural diversity as well will give you backdrop and actions of different kinds because of the diversity of the culture that we have. I don't want to forget that food in Uganda, it's all organic. The fruits, the vegetables are the best that you can have, the best taste that you can have anywhere. I'm not exaggerating this. I've traveled around the world. I've never tasted any fruits and vegetables that are as good as what we have in Uganda. So for the foodies out there, Uganda is a place for you to come and taste and have a real experience of food in this country, all organic. That is important because we are very cautious about our health these days. So if you want to travel and have a healthy experience, again, Uganda is the place to come to. So I really would like to invite everybody out there who is watching this. Make a decision to travel to Africa and nowhere else but to Uganda, the Pearl of Africa. I promise you, it will be a life-changing experience for you. You will have value for money for your experience in Uganda. I look forward to seeing you in Uganda. Thank you.